How you feeling now?
I feel great, brother. You know, it's been a while since I've gone into basketball games like with that feeling of like, oh yeah, we're gonna go just win. It has been 2 games here and nobody's getting ahead of themselves, but I can only tell you how these 2 games have felt.
I'll let them know.
That's just how it feels, man. It feel great, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and stuff gonna get harder. We're gonna have to figure stuff out, but I know when it's right.
I could see it. I could see it. I could feel it. In the Bucks game, you got up for the big time block against Gary Trent Jr. You know, they talking about defensive player of the year conversations is back up. Steph got the Steffing, got the chefing. Jimmy Butler got to serving, willing and dealing. Post game, Steph said Jimmy Butler's impact on him every possession doesn't feel as hard. What is the biggest takeaway from these 2 games since Jimmy has joined the team?
That's a fact, bro. And that's on everybody though, bro. Like that's on everybody. Offensively and defensively. Like he draw. It's crazy because in a weird way, he draws so much attention.
Yeah.
But obviously I've played with Steph for 13 years. So drawing attention to me looks a certain way, you know? We
Yeah.
played for 12 years. Drawing attention.
Mhm.
And obviously with KD for 3 years. But Jimmy draw attention differently than any of
In a
those
different
guys,
way.
but draw a lot of attention. And it's crazy because Jimmy is interesting, man. Again, playing with Steph, one of the most incredible things that Steph does is play without the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy has that same thing. When Steph said, yo, we
Yes.
have like opposite games, like it's on so many different levels. Like the way
Yep.
Steph is running around, like to find an opener to get the ball, Jimmy is like just working on the backside, like nudging it over the
Yeah.
top. Like it's crazy. They break the defense down the same way, but different. Like, and man, and so yeah, I understand what Steph is saying. I agree with what Steph is saying. Like Steph just looked more free, but I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
he looked like he got belief. That's all. Like that's all it is. Like
He energized.
Steph, he looked like he got belief. He said to me in Utah after the trade, he looked at me and he said, "Man, it's crazy because it just dawned on me that like this is it.
This is the last run.
That's right." Like, and I said, "Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it." Like,
Let's
and
ride.
like,
Let's ride to the wheels fall off. Guns blazing.
it was an emotional moment, but yeah, like Jimmy, man, it's crazy, brother. Wait, it's crazy because people draw, as you know, in this league. People has learned how to draw bullshit fouls. This dude, Jimmy, he really make people foul him. Like they are actually real fouls. And he just got a knack for it, man. It's brought this balance of like we can really slow our offense down because you got somebody that's like Steph said, Steph dominates from the perimeter. Like everybody in the world knows that. You got somebody now that's dominating inside the three-point line, which naturally slows the offense down, which I think we needed to slow the offense down some anyway, because we don't have the same talent and IQs that Andre, Sean Livingston, David West.
It's not the same weapons.
And so it's a little different. And Jimmy allows us to slow down. So when you go run, great. But if not, it's cool to slow down.
Yep.
And man, and then defensively, it's incredible. Jimmy already earned his name Megatron. Jimmy told us he came to me before the first game in Chicago. He said, "Hey man, throw me the ball high." He said, "If you throw me the ball high, I may not finish it, but I'm gonna get it and bring it down." He said, "But nobody else gonna get it. Like, if you just throw the ball high, bro." So I just throw the ball up. He go grab every one of them.
For sure. That's his play. That's his play.
Yeah, and man, he literally made good. He's just throw it up. I will go get it. Man, it's been so fun competing with Jimmy. And I must tell you, BD, he been kicking my ass in dominoes, bro.
For real.
He been kicking my ass.
You trash anyway.
That's not true.
Dog.
That's not. It's a very competitive game.
It has.
It's been very competitive games, but then he pulled
But
away. He got a little luck on this side too. Like I'm up 20 points. He pulled 5 fives. Like like he got a little luck on this side too. But he been. I gotta give him his credit.
Okay, Jimmy. Okay. You know, I don't really be speaking on Jimmy. I try not to speak on him in this situation, but now that he with the Dubs, I can tell you what my observation is. And it hit me before he got to before he played his first game. Because you sitting there, you like, damn, how is this going to work? And then they were showing highlights. And then they showed a couple games that he played in the finals. And I realized something. Jimmy Butler is the superstar that's always open. He's always open.
Always open.
Right? He's always open.
Yep.
Also, he always has he never gets double teamed.
Yeah.
He's always in a scoring position. He's always 1 or 2 dribbles away. And all the little bullshit shenanigans that come with defense, deflections, steals, turn it that's Jimmy's magic. You feel what I'm saying? That's his magic. And then when you take that to what the Warriors haven't had, free throws.
Absolutely.
Y'all never went to the free throw line, bro. Y'all was winning championships not going to the free throw line,
Crazy.
which was like crazy. Now you add free throws. Mm-hmm. This dude gets fouled all the time, and they really be fouling him. Right? He a bully, right? Not just on offense, but also on defense, right? He's an incredible help defender. Yeah. And on top of that, he got a new life. And so him being the villain, right, with Draymond, who's already a villain, who is just waiting for another villain to come into the room to wake up, and Steph, who's a super villain. And people don't understand that Steph is in his best mode when the odds are stacked against Steph. And so now you got this kind of this villain mentality, this hungry mentality, and nobody's gonna punk you guys. Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna out IQ you. And you can't just chase Steph around because Jimmy gets 2s. Mm-hmm. He gets 2s and 1s, putbacks, right? He don't need the ball for a long amount of time to go get 30, 30, 40. Man, I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my God. Hey, when y'all, what was it? What was it? The Bulls game? Steph went crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Just him catching fire like that, right?
Yeah.
But then you got Jimmy on the back end getting 2s, getting and-1s, getting putbacks. I'm excited. He bring a lot. That all the intangible, all that shit is what people don't value, but what makes superstar.
Shout out to Mike Dunleavy, man, because I'm so happy Jimmy didn't end up in Phoenix. Oh my God, that would have been awful. And what Jimmy has brought here, when you talk about like 2 bullies, it's crazy because he's brought that sense of we can win, and everybody feel that, and so the bar has been raised, and we know what that bar need to be raised to. Like we know what it, and so the bar has been raised so much so that you talk about Steph these last 4 games, we all feel that and excited. I got a warning apparently from the league the other day that the last few games I've been playing too aggressive and that they're warning me. What does that mean? I don't know.
What does that mean? I don't see nothing wrong.
Exactly. But apparently me being in go-win mode is a problem. So another thing we've never seen, and in a long time we haven't seen it. Steph went out the game. It was a 2-point lead or 4-point lead. When he checked back into the game, it was 17.
Yeah.
He checked back into the game like 7 to 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
Yep.
The lead 17. That's the impact of Jimmy.
That's the relief.
Yeah.
Steph get to really look at the game, right? Steph Curry has had the biggest responsibility of having to make in-game decisions and change his pattern, right? I would say this year has been, trying because all eyes on Steph. If Steph don't Steph, then nobody else is really open. Or if people not open, then Steph don't get the shots. And so you see him making a lot of in-game adjustments. And you brought this to my attention, how people prepare game plans for Steph. And so that's, to switch your style up in the middle of the game to be effective, right? A lot of only the greats can do it, but it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
To have that relief, to be able to sit on the bench and say, oh, okay, now I know when I get in, all I got to do is a little bit more mid-range to the hole. Like seeing Steph play not just three-point basketball, but mid-range, getting to the hole, rebounding. He playing in his Jordan era.
Yeah.
Right? These last few games he did in his Jordan era where it's like, I want to play winning basketball. And I can see that. I can feel that watching you guys.
100%. Everybody on the same type of time, falling in line. I told the guys after the Laker game, I said, yo, listen, that second half, we don't do moral victories around here, but this is about to look different now with Jimmy coming in here. I told the guys that. I said, this is about to look different. Him and Steph, Jimmy's locker was right here. Jimmy wasn't there, but then Steph was right here. I was like, so listen, this is what we're on. We're going to follow these two guys.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if we follow these two guys, we're going to get there. Promise.
Yep.
And from that point, the bar has been raised. And you can feel it. Everyone around feels it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's what we needed. Jimmy, like I said, Jimmy on that same type of time is good. I like it. Calling all college basketball fans, I have some must-watch TV for you. In 2 exciting new docuseries, Vice Sports will follow legendary head coaches Arkansas's John Calipari and St. John's Rick Pitino as they lead their teams through the ups and downs, triumphs, and trials of this long competitive college basketball season.
Each series features unprecedented behind-the-scenes access, exclusive interviews that provide an intimate look at their coaching styles and how each works to get the most out of their players.
Calipari Razor's Edge is airing now on Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern.
And Patino's Red Storm Rising is airing now on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Vice TV.
Tune in each week. Check the link in the bio for where to watch Vice TV. Before we get more into this episode, I want to let y'all know what else we'll be talking about. More insight on playing with my new Golden State Warrior teammate, Jimmy Butler III. And I put quotation marks and an emphasis on the third. Jimmy's first game with us was the 1-year anniversary of the passing of his father, which would be in Chicago, where he started his career.
Amazing,
he would
man.
have had that game that he had. So putting emphasis on the third. Saying goodbye to Wiggs.
Yep.
Winning a championship with Wiggs. I think Wiggs has been here for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 years, man. And, to see him go, that always sucks. That is the business. DS, Kyle, Lindy, those guys.
Yep.
It's been a lot going on around the league. Also, Luka's first game with the Lakers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the episodes.
That's right. Follow the show on all social media platforms at Draymond Show so you don't miss any of these, huge announcements, right? Steve Kerr talked about Jimmy's passing and how he was hitting you with some nice passes in the Bucks game. Are you surprised with that part of his game?
You know what? I'm not surprised because Jimmy's a guy who, all his career has gotten triple-doubles. Has always been a willing passer, can always pass the hell out of the ball. And so I'm not surprised at all. And I'm telling you, another thing that Jimmy does is teams go into that zone. Jimmy go to the middle of the zone now.
He go right in the middle of the zone, sit right there.
He hitting me with some backdoor passes, working the dunker. He hitting guys for threes. But most importantly, he turned around and shoot the little midi
And fade away.
right? And so you every option with Jimmy.
That was my role. Yeah, that was my role with Nelly in the zone. Get in the middle of the zone, right underneath the elbow. They can't do nothing about it. You one dribble away from a layup, fade away, dunk, ghost person, outlet.
Yeah.
I like his basketball IQ is like y'all just automatically sync, man.
His basketball IQ is top tier. Top tier. I've been learning from him these past few days and couple games playing. Like you just hear different things he say. He's so locked in, bro. Like he locked in and he's smart. So I'm happy to have the opportunity to learn from a guy like Jimmy. But I'm not surprised at all by the passing. I know he's a great passer, but I tell you what I did. He came to the sideline yesterday and he had passed up a shot and he was like, I should have shot that. I said, brother, let me tell you something. This team don't need your passing at all. What this team needs is you to score. Like we need you to go score 25 and 30 points. You're a great passer like Steph. So you're naturally going to see the pass when it's there. But we need you to think, shoot first, score first, 25, 30 points. Like, that's what we need you to be. He was like, all right. He went back out there, foul, get fouled, bucket, and one.
Yeah.
That's what we need, bro. We need you to be like.
Yeah, you need Miami Jimmy. And shout out to the Heat for that type of basketball, and the way he played that basketball fits directly into what you guys need, because he can be the playmaker, but him being aggressive on the offensive end is all one-on-one matchups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He get more one-on-one matchups than any dude I know, any superstar I know in the league, right? And his is always 15 feet away from the basket, catch, 2 dribbles, get in the paint. You know, he is tough to guard.
Yes, he is.
One-on-one when he is below the free throw line.
You know what, something I want to throw out there about Jimmy also, and just what you just said about Miami Heat Jimmy. The dopest thing about that to me is we actually do need Miami Heat Jimmy, and I think every day he's figuring that out more and more, which is fine. Because we here at this place, we encourage you, be exactly who you are, bro. Like, don't come here and try to like, I need to, like, be exactly who you are. And I think he's figuring that out each day. Everybody like, no, just go. Like, no, just go. And he's figuring that out more and more. But I'm going to tell you the dopest thing about that whole dynamic. Like, he is about to be here and be the Miami Heat Jimmy for sure. I'm going to tell you the dopest thing about that to me is the lack of insecurity of Steph Curry.
Right.
Just like, oh, yeah, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, Steph on a party.
Open arms. Like, so many people will lack the self-confidence in themselves to be in that position that Steph Curry in and have another alpha, like, number one option like Jimmy come in and be like, oh, yeah, bro, like, go do your thing. Like, it's cool. Like, that is the power of Steph Curry, man.
I look at it like this. Steph is the DJ. He want a party, right? Now you got Draymond security making sure nobody mess with the DJ and nobody get out of line. Now you got Jimmy, and then Steph play the music. Jimmy can dance to any rhythm or song.
Absolutely.
So now you got the party promoter, you got your security, and you got your DJ. And like, man, and you know, that mechanism of Steph wanting to party, meaning, you know, he encourages success.
Yes.
Right? He encourages happiness. He needs that. He needs everyone else to do their job and someone else to do extra work to take some pressure off of him.
1,000%. And it's fire, bro. I love it.
I'm hyped for you, bro.